Hey everyone, it's your boy, the God. I'm back with another video. Now, before I say anything, if you hear any type of music whatsoever, this is my mom playing something downstairs, so I apologize ahead of time. Now, with that out the way, I had this idea, right? Now, this video is another what if video. I haven't done those in a while, right? And this what if is called, what if Ben 10 was black, right? With a twist, right? Now bear with me here. I think I got a solid idea that I can work with, right? I may fumble here and there. I'm gonna try to get through this the best I can. And if this video turns out to have at least 2 likes, then I'm gonna continue. However, if you guys don't like it, then please hit the thumbs down button so I know not to do this type of thing again. Or maybe I'll just try something different. Anyways, with that being said, let's get started. Okay. So you know how there's the Ben verse, right? I think that's what it's called. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically alternate Bens. It's basically like a Morty, it's basically like a Morty and Rick thing. Like just like infinite Bens in the universe, right? And this is basically the same thing here. So the Ben verse has infinite Bens. And in each universe, it's slightly different, right? So in this universe, Ben is going to be black, right? And not only that, in this universe, he's not really called Ben. He's called T. Actually, he's called T20, right? And the reason he's called T20 is because his mom had him when he was 20 years old. So it's kind of like a running gag within the family, right? And T20 is very different from Ben, right? Because when he was born, his parents literally left him in the dumpster. Like they did not give a fuck about your boy, right? They left him for dead, basically. Right? It was only by the grace of the gods that Miss and Mr. Tennyson actually found him, right? So he was really lucky. I mean, my boy, he owes his life to his parents, right? And before I continue and actually get to the story, I want to talk about his parents real quick. So, Miss Tennyson is also black, right? Both of his parents are black, right? And Miss Tennyson, she's kind of like laid back, kind of like my mom, where she's like the laid back type, right? And she works hard to make sure everyone's fed. But at the end of the day, she's kind of like laid back, and she gives her son a lot of space, right? No, not a lot of room to work with, right? And she's she has a very good heart when it comes to her family and friends. Other than that, she couldn't really give a fuck, right? She doesn't really care about anything else except family, friends, and money, right? That's the type of mindset she's on, right? Now, T's father, he ain't got one. I mean, that nigga, he went to get some milk and never came back. Nah, I'm playing. T's father is actually present. I know it's shocking, but he's actually present in Ben's life. No, T's life, right? He's not his actual father. His adopted father is, right? So, Mr. Tennyson is actually past. He used to be a gang member, right? He used to be a blood, right? I'm just gonna put that out there. Mr. Tennyson used to be a hardcore blood. I mean, he got into the gang life when he was at 7 years old. From then on, my boy racked bodies. By the time he was 34, he had about 7 murders to his name, right? However, luckily, they didn't catch him, right? They were unable to link those murders to him. So my boy went basically scot-free, right? Now, all that changed when he met Miss Tennyson, right? I should give him names. Okay, so Okay. Mr. Tennyson is going to be called Debo, right? That's his name. Because my man built just like Debo from Friday, right? He built like that. The only difference is he's not bald, but he's tall, he's muscular, and he's very intimidating, right? Miss Tennyson is going to be called, I gotta give her something easy to remember. She's going to be called Abby. So we got Debo and we got Abby, right? So, like I said before, all that changed when Debo met Abby, right? After a while of being together, he decided to quit the gang life, right? However, as everyone knows, one does not simply walk away from the streets, right? Especially when you're in a gang. So in order to get out, him and Abby had to move all the way to Bellwood. Because originally they were from New York, right? They are New York niggas, right? They were born and raised there, right? But like I said before, in order for Debo to escape that type of lifestyle, him and Abby had to move all the way from New York to Bellwood, right? And Bellwood is not your typical town, right? That says populated with about 60% of African Americans, right? There's not a lot of whites. There's a hell of a lot of blacks, but not a lot of whites, right? With that being said, there's crime, but not a lot, because it doesn't really have that much poverty. So there's a lot of people working hard, right? Most don't really feel the need to turn to that type of lifestyle in order to sustain themselves. However, there is crime. Niggas still. There's a couple of prostitutes here and there. And there's a whole lot of weed. I mean, boatloads. I mean, that shit is basically grown and distributed there. Right? So the selling of narcotics are pretty damn high. Right? Because you know the police be tripping when they catch black people with weed. They just get the double life sentence instead of white people. Right? That's just how it is. Don't blame me, blame the system. Right? So anyways. So when Abby and Debo found T. Oh wait, I just fucked everything up. Hold on. Okay, scrap that. Forget about T being an orphan and now it's just he's just the son of he's just the son of Debo and Abby, right? Because I realized a little bit too late that in order for his nickname to make sense, he needs to be the son of Abby and Debo. So yeah, forget the orphan thing. But everything else is staying. Only the orphan thing needs to go. But everything else is sound. Okay, so anyways, so his father, Debo, is kind of stern, but he's also laid back like Abby, right? But he makes sure that T knows who's boss, right? So he makes sure that T doesn't think that he makes sure that T doesn't try to take advantage of him or his mother, basically. So he's stern when he needs to be, but other than that, he's pretty much a chill guy. He's pretty much a chill dude. And T loves his parents, right? He absolutely loves his parents, right? He has no problems with them. They have a pretty good relationship, right? Now, with that being said, but they do fight on occasion, but not a lot, right? Now I got that out of the way. Let me get to T himself and his personality. Now T, he's nice. No, matter of fact, nah. T, like his parents, he's kind of like laid back. However, he can be like really joyful and stuff. So when he's at home with his parents, he's laid back. But when he's out with his friends, he has like a go lucky attitude, and his mindset is like a ride or die, right? So T is a straight loyal nigga, right? So the friends he has are on that type of mindset, just like him, right? Because T has about 3 friends, right? And his friends' names are Casey, which is basically the female version of Kevin. Gwen, what's in this universe, him and Gwen are not related. So T and Gwen, they're not related. They're 2 different. Yeah, they're not related. They have 2 different families. And Jenny. Yeah, Jenny. And T treats them like family. So he's laid back. He's cheerful when he's around friends. He's very loyal. And sometimes he's like emotional. So especially when his friends are involved. So let's say somebody like stabs in the back. But no. Let's say if his friends did something that hurt him, like let's say one of his friends stole about $20 away from him. Now he's gonna take that shit personal, right? He's gonna take that shit to heart. That's the type of nigga he is, right? Other than that, he has like a motto, right? And it's basically, it is what it is. And that essentially means that whatever happens, whether it be good or bad, happens, right? And T, he's in school. T is actually like a good student. He doesn't really like talk back to anyone. However, when somebody is messing with one of his friends, he does tend to act brass and lash out at those people. So he does tend to get in a lot of trouble. But other than that, he has no problems, right? T's not really about that drama. But when somebody messes with his friends, he has no choice but to get into that, and he will, 100%. Right. All right. Now we got that out of the way. Let me get to the plot. Okay. So one day, T wakes up, right? Because his alarm went off. So he wakes up.
You know, and he gets out of bed and he stretches. You know, and then after he stretches, he goes to his closet, but before he can even reach it, he suddenly trips on something, and he almost falls face first on the ground. But luckily, he was able to catch himself in time. Right. Looking back annoyed, T saw a large black pit bull. Right. Looking back at him, and this homie, he was happy as fuck. I mean, his tail was wagging and everything. He was happy, right? And when T saw this, he rolled his eyes and he couldn't help but smile. And after a second, he got back up and he looked at his dog. He was like, "Good morning, Chico. How you feeling, buddy?" In response, Chico got up and he starts to lick T's face. So T tries to avoid it because he knows that if he lets what's his dog name again? Oh yeah, I'm still calling the dog Rico. No, fuck it. His name is Black. That's the dog's name. His name is Black. Okay. So he knows that if he lets Black keep licking his face, he might go blind. Because dog saliva can cause blindness if they're like near their eyes or on his face and something like that. So he tells Black to sit down, and Black does so because he's trained, right? T actually trained Black by himself, right? He used a lot of he used a lot of videos and from experts to figure it out. So he trained Black all by himself, and he's pretty proud of that. So, anyways, Black tells T tells Black to sit down, and Black does so. And then after that, T goes to the closet and he goes to pick out his outfit, right? So T's attire is basically like Kevin's from the original Ben 10, where he's like wearing like a black shirt, and I think he also like wears a pair of jeans. So yeah, he got like an all black outfit. Matter of fact, he wears like a black shirt and gray jeans. So yeah, that's what he does. I mean, that's what he wears. So yeah, so he puts his outfit on, right? And after he does that, he puts on his black Air Forces, because he's my boy secretly about that. My boy secretly about that life. So he puts on his black Air Forces, right? And he goes downstairs. And Black follows him because Black usually follows him everywhere. Not that T minds. So Black follows him, and he goes all the way downstairs. And as soon as he reaches the bottom step, he goes and he looks into the living room, and he finds his dad, Debo, smoking a joint. Right? And T's like, "Morning, Pops." And Debo looks over at him. And he like does that like that nod thing where like a person like lifts his head. So he does that because like he got like a joint in his mouth. So he does that, right? And then after he does, T he goes over and he dabs his dad up, right? He shows his dad some love, right? So after that happens, T goes into the kitchen and finds his mother cooking some pancakes. So T goes over to his mom and he surprises his mom by giving her a hug. And his mom kind of shocked by this, and she almost drops the spatula held in her hand, right? Because he caught her by surprise. So after the surprise wore off, Abby rolled her eyes and she was like, "Good morning, T." I can't do voices. Try it again. She was like, "Good morning, T." Right? He's like, "Morning, Mom." Right? So after that, he goes over and he sits down in one of those, at the table. And after he does that, it only takes like 2 minutes for his mom to get the food ready. So my man eating good. On his, sorry, my man eating good because his mom on his plate he has like 2 packs of pancakes, scrambled eggs, sausages, and like 3 strips of bacon. So my man eating good, right? And some orange juice on the side, because of course you gotta have some orange juice with your breakfast. Well, at least with a meal like this. So, after Abby puts the food on the table, T begins to eat, and T he woke up at like 6:30, and he goes to school at like 7:15. No, not 6:30. Okay, someone say he gets up like 6:55, and he has to go to school at like 7:20. And usually at his school, they don't serve breakfast, which is odd because that's what schools normally do, but not this school. So with that being said, T has enough time to eat, and he's not really that far from school, so he can walk. And it takes him like 5 minutes to get there. So it takes only like a few minutes for T to finish eating. And when his mom wasn't looking, he gave Black a piece of bacon, right? When his mom wasn't looking, right? But Debo caught that, right? Because by this time, Debo walks in the kitchen and sat right next to his son, and he caught T doing that. But Debo, he ain't no snitch, right? So he just smirks. He smirks at his son, and and T smirks back and just shrugs, right? So after T's finished eating, he talks to his parents, right? And they basically talk about stuff they basically talk about what he might do in school and stuff like that, right? And Abby's like, it seems like we're running out of food. Was like I'm gonna have to go to the mall today, right? And Debo, he just nods, right? Because my man, he didn't talk much, so he nods, right? He's also after he finished eating, because Abby gave him a plate of food too. After he finished eating, he grabbed the newspaper from the table, right? And he's not reading the news. No, my man, he's reading the comics, right? Because that's the only reason why he even receives the newspaper. Why even go out and grab his newspaper anyway? Because it's not his newspaper. It's actually the newspaper he's holding is actually from his neighbor from across the street, right? So basically, in the mornings, Debo would wake up mad early, and he'll basically go outside. He'll sit on the porch, and he'll wait until a person starts handing out newspapers, right? So when after that person leaves, he goes over and he looks around before nonchalantly bending over and picking the newspaper up and just walking back to his house, right? My man a whole thief, right? So yeah, that's what he does. So yeah, my man nods, reading the comics, right, of the newspaper. And T, he was like, "Oh, mom, can I come?" Right? Again, I can't do voices. And his mom smiles and nods because usually T would love to go to his mom, go with his mom to like places, whether it be the store, whether it be stores, or basically whether it be stores or anything like that. It doesn't matter where it is. He just likes to go with his mom, right? And he goes with his dad too when he has to go. When he goes to places like stores and stuff, he has to go with his dad too. But his dad usually he usually doesn't go anywhere. All he usually does is stay in the house and sell weed. My man a grower. he got some of that shit grown in his backyard, right? That's his papa in Bellwood, so he just got with the program, right? So yeah, that's what he does. So yeah, his mom nods and says he can come, right? And around this time, the doorbell rings, right? And they know who it is, right? T, Abby, and Debo, they know who's at the door. So T politely excuses himself because my man got manners. He politely excuses himself from his parents, and he goes over and he opens the door. And at the door is Gwen, Jean. I think that's what I called her. Hold up. So it's gonna be Gwen, Casey, and Janet. Yeah, I'm just gonna call her Janet, right? That's basically gonna be my OC. So yeah, her name's Janet. So Gwen, she looks like Ken and Gwen. The only difference is her hair is like much longer and kind of has like, yeah, her hair is like much more longer and where like reaches past her shoulders and it's like long and smooth. And that's basically it. Other than that, he looks like Ken and Gwen. And Casey, just imagine a female version of Kevin, and that's it, right? Yeah, just imagine a female version of Kevin. And Janet is a girl with. Okay, so Janet, she's okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out what Janet look like. So Janet, she's a black girl, and she has like purple. She has like purple hair, and she's like real skinny, right? Her okay, so she kind of looks like Gwen, kinda. The only difference is she's black. She has dyed purple hair. Her hair is short. So yeah, she's not short. Okay, scratch that. So she has long purple hair, and she has like purple eyes, which is very abnormal. It's actually like a rare condition that she has. It's so rare, in fact, that only like 4 people in the world actually have it. Right? So that being said, her hair is purple, but it's not dyed. That's just her actual hair color. So forget the dyed part. So she has purple hair and purple eyes, and she is wearing what I'm gonna have my girl wear. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. Right? Y'all decide. I know nobody will. I know it's very unlikely that anybody will actually comment, but still, I'm letting anyone decide if they feel like they want to put their own uniqueness, put their own unique spin on Janet, they can. So yeah, y'all decide. What Janet's wearing. So, anyways, so yeah, at the door is Gwen, Casey, and Janet. And as usual, my man dabs all three of them up, right? So he's dabbing them up, right? And he's going for the side hugs, right? He's just doing his normal thing. And he's like, "What's up?" Right? And Casey's like, "Nah, bro, just chilling. How about you?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm good, fam." And Gwen's like, and Gwen's like, "Sorry we're late." And Janet's like, "Yeah, we just had to deal with a couple of bozos that kept on bothering us." And T raised an eyebrow at this. He was like, "Wait, someone's bothering you?" And Janet shrugged, and she was like, "Yeah, it's just a couple of kids that we saw while we were walking down here. No biggie, right?" And T feels some type of way, right? Because, like I said before, T a ride or die nigga, and he's not gonna let nobody disrespect his friends or his family like that. So immediately T feels some type of way, and like all three of them notice. In case he's like, "Hey, bro, chill. It ain't even worth it, my nigga. It ain't even worth it." And T's like, "You sure? I mean, we can go right on them fools real quick. Doesn't matter to me." And Ren's like, Ren smirks. He's like, and she rolls his eyes like, and she's like, "Calm down, hothead. Like, like Casey says, not even worth it. Besides, there were just a couple of sorry guys, there are just a couple of extras anyway. Just background characters, if you will. They don't matter." And T shrugs. He's like, "I say less." So, okay. So after all that happened, when Casey and Janet they walk into T's house, right? And they go over and they dab up Debo. They sort of demand the house some respect, right? And they make sure to say hi to uh Abby while they are dabbing up Debo, right? So they're basically multitasking. Basically, they're dabbing up my man Debo and saying hi to Abby, right? So they stay for a while, because they got some time left. Like I said before, school don't start until like 7:20, and right now it's about like 7:06. So they got some time. So they chilling out, you know. They're talking amongst themselves. Abby will sometimes include herself in the conversation. My man Debo just minding his own business, looking at his comics, occasionally laughing every once in a while. Right? Now we're gonna cut forward to about 7:13, and around this time, all four kids knew that it was their time to go. So they said their goodbyes. They said their goodbyes. T went up and hugged his mom and stuff like that. So they leave and they leave, and while they are walking down the street to get to school, while they're walking up the street to get to school, they're talking amongst themselves, right? And while they're doing so, like, all of a sudden, three kids, three big kids, just come out of nowhere, right? Like, these niggas just appeared on some magic shit, right? So anyway, these kids, these three big kids, they get in the way of T, Janet, Gwen, and Casey, right? I almost forgot my girl's name. But yeah. And they're basically like, what's up, losers, right? They're talking smack, right? And these kids, they're kind of new to the area. No, they just moved, so they don't know what type of time he be on, right? They don't know who they fucking with. So, these kids are talking smack, just because they saw they saw T and the rest walking to school when they decided to mess with them. So yeah, they're talking smack, making fun of their clothes, some lame shit, right? And T, he trying to ignore him, right? But it's kind of difficult because they're making fun of his friends, and again, he feels some type of way about that, but he doesn't want to make it worse, right? He's trying to not get into fights so easily, right? Because he has a history of getting into fights just because someone's talking smack about his friends. He got into a lot of fights because of that. And his parents are very disappointed at him for that. So he's not really trying to disappoint his parents, So he's trying to ignore him. He's trying his best. It's not really working out. These grown ass kids just keep on talking, and talking. Like talking smack. Janet's trying to ignore him too. Casey basically said fuck that and is like trying to talk down, what am I gonna say? Casey's trying, like, she's talking to them, but she's trying to like make them go away, right? And we're trying to do the same thing, right? And the group tried to like walk past them a couple of times, but these kids just kept on blocking the way, right? And at one point, one of them decided to grab, because Katie at this point, she stubs one of them because she's like getting mad, frustrated over this. So she stubs one of them, and because of that, the team just reaches out. It's like he literally picks up Casey by the shirt and does hold on. I gotta think of what's to happen next. Okay, nah. So because of that, he picks up Casey by the shirt before basically like throwing her. I said him. Matter of fact, fuck it. He just subs Casey really hard. That's what he's gonna do. Yeah. So he subs Casey really hard. It makes her like fall back and hit her head, right? And when that happened, T lost it, right? His mind just said, my boy, in his mind just said, you know what? Fuck my parents' disappointment. They about to catch these hands, right? So my man immediately took off his shirt and squared up, right? And the kids are laughing because, mind you, they are way bigger than Casey.
No, T. Cause the rest are little kids. Like these niggas, they're taller, right? Cause they're much older. And Case and T and the rest are basically like 9 and 7. They're basically like little ass kids, right? Like 10 and 9 years old, right? So they're laughing, thinking like Casey won't be able to hurt them, right? So as they're laughing, no, I said Casey, I mean T. Fuck. So as they're laughing, T runs up and he straights punches one of them across the face. Well, he straights like yeah, he straights punches one of them, right? And he punches that dude so hard that my man stumbled, right? Like he was caught off guard. So my man stumbled and fell on his ass, right? And seeing this, the other dude, he swung, right? And as he swung, T was able to duck somewhat, right? He ducked, but not fully. So he like felt the fist, like the other guy's arm, was like going over his head. So he could actually feel it, right? So that's what I mean. But yeah, T ducked, and the dude swung, he missed, and T just straight uppercut this nigga. Like it was the most vicious shit you have ever seen in your life, right? So immediately, my nigga just saw stars, and my man just, he straight collapsed, basically. I mean, he was out. He went to sleep. He ain't getting up soon, right? So the other dude, seeing this, got back up, and he was like, "Alright, you think you can knock out my nigga like that? I bet." Right? And he basically like squares up to T, and T, he ain't afraid of nothing. So he's like, "Alright, bro, let's run it." So they'll just square up, and they immediately get to fight. They immediately get to bumping, right? So they throwing hands, right? And Casey, Janet, and Gwen, they just watching, because they know that they're nigga. They know that their nigga T can handle himself, right? So they ain't worried. Yeah, right. Actually, Casey pulls out her phone and she starts recording, right? Because she knew this was gonna be some world star type of shit, right? So she's recording the whole fight, right? So back to the fight. So T and this other dude, I'm calling this nigga Malvin. So T and Malvin, they throwing hands, right? So like they're ducking, they swing, they duck, right? They lean, they leaning with it, right? Marvin ain't no regular nigga, right? Cause like T, no, Marvin ain't no like regular nigga, right? He's not one of those types where T can just, or T will just easily beat him, right? That's not what's gonna happen here. Like Marvin knows how to fight, right? And T does too. So because of that, the fight's kind of long, right? So like I was saying, like they swinging, they ducking, some of the punches land, like shit like that, right? And like a minute into the fight, both T and Malvin back up, right? And they breathing hard, right? Your boy T, he got a few scratches on him, right?
his lip kind of busted, but he good, right? Marvin, on the other hand, he more fucked up, right? So your boy Marvin got like he got like a few bruises on his face. His eye fucked up. My man look like he cross-eyed, just like me, right? That's it swollen, right? And all types of shit, right? And the reason for that is like Debo taught T how to fight. And my man Debo, he knows how to fight. Cause my man Debo, he was bred on he was raised on the streets, right? Like he was raised from nothing. So he had to teach himself to do a lot of things, and he taught himself how to fight. And later on, he taught his son how to fight, right? And Debo, he's good with the hands. He's almost got godlike with the hands, right? And the blood, and like back in the day when he was like a blood gang member, nobody could match him with the hands. Like this nigga Debo, he was untouchable within his own crew, right? The only thing that could wear up this nigga is a bullet. And that's about it. Other than that, D unstoppable. I mean Debo, he unstoppable, right? So because he was such a good fighter, he taught his son a few tricks, right? And T used what his father taught him to his advantage, right? So that's why Melvin's more kind of fucked up right now. Like T is too, but Melvin, he got the worst treatment, right? And like that being said, you know, Melvin they're both breathing hard, right? And Melvin's like, "Is that all you got, nigga? You good? I'll give you that, but you about to get your ass knocked out. I'll put that on the set, nigga. Right? I'll put that on my family, cuz like he's saying all that. He's talking that good shit, right? And your boy T, he ain't saying nothing, right? He not even wasting his breath, right? He's just letting this nigga talk, right? And Marvin is doing just that, right? And while Marvin is talking, suddenly, T runs up and gives this nigga the works. I mean, this nigga hit him in a 2-piece, back to back, like 4 times in a row. It was like bah 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 bah, right? And then after that, he straight hit this nigga in the stomach, right? So, and so Marvin was like, oh, and he does that thing when you're hitting the stomach and you bend over, and he uppercut this nigga again. He's like, bah, right? And this nigga hit Marvin so hard that this nigga's whole head just snapped back. Like you thought that shit was dislocated from the force, from the way, you. Hold on. Okay, you would have thought that shit was about to fly off due to how fast due to how fast it went, right? Basically, my nigga T hit Marvin so hard that it almost seemed that Marvin's head was about to fly off his body, basically, right?
And after that, Marvin immediately hits the floor. Right, like he's out. My nigga went to sleep just like his friend, right? And with all that taken care of, my nigga T, he was like, fuck, that nigga was tough, right? And and in the background, Casey and Janet, they're like, yeah, you whoop that nigga, right? And Gwen, she just rolled her eyes, right, and smirked. She smirks? No, she rolled her eyes, right, and probably crossed her arms, but she's smiling, right, because he used to this type of shit, right? But regardless, Janet and Casey, they run up and like and they run up and they're basically like hyped. So they run up and they give T like some high fives and stuff like that because they're basically like hyped up. So yeah, they're like, yeah, nigga, you whooped his ass. Damn, like he wasn't ready for you. Stuff shit like that. And T was like, what can I say, bro? I'm just built different, right? I'm built different. Anyway, guys, with that being said, I think I'm just going to end it here, right? Because this video is already long as hell. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. If you think I should continue, please leave a like and or comment. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Red.